Sometimes, love doesn't arrive dressed in wealth, confidence, or admiration. Sometimes, love comes quietly, gently in the hands of someone the world refuses to notice. And sometimes, the very same world that mocked you for loving them ends up watching you with disbelief when the truth is finally revealed. This is the story of Emma Carson and Noah Reed. A love that survived whispers, mockery, judgment, and the day that changed everything. Emma Carson grew up in Maplewood Springs, a town where everybody knew everybody, and gossip traveled faster than the school bus on Monday mornings. She came from a comfortable family, middle class, respected, well-presented. Emma was known for her kindness, her laughter, and for treating everyone as if they mattered. But one thing made Emma stand out more than anything else. She cared about people the world overlooked, while others chased popularity. Emma looked for sincerity. Noah Reed was quiet, not shy, just gentle. He worked at a small plant nursery on the edge of town, watering flowers, lifting soil bags, and loading customer trucks. His clothes were always simple, clean but worn. His hands were callous, his smile soft, his voice never raised. He lived with his grandmother in a small white farmhouse off Willow Road. Money was never plentiful, but love was... People didn't hate Noah. They simply never saw him. Invisible, overlooked, forgotten, except by Emma. They met on a warm August afternoon. Emma had gone to the nursery to buy flowers for her mother's birthday. She reached for a pot of lilies at the same moment Noah did. Their hands brushed softly, and for a brief second, time seemed to pause. He pulled his hand back quickly, almost apologetically. "Noah, sorry, go ahead." Emma, smiling, "No, you take it. I'll grab another." He shook his head. "Noah, no one should ever take lilies from someone who smiles like that." It was the first time anyone had heard Noah say something poetic, and Emma never forgot it. It didn't take long for people in town to notice Emma visiting the nursery more often, buying flowers she didn't need, asking questions longer than necessary, staying just to talk. And soon, the whispers began. Emma Carson? With him, she could do better. Why is she wasting her time with someone like that? He doesn't even have a future. Small towns have many blessings. Silence is rarely one of them. But Emma didn't care. Where the world saw ordinary, she saw something precious. A kind heart. Noah and Emma never made grand declarations. Their love wasn't loud. It was sitting by the riverbank, sharing sandwiches wrapped in paper, talking about dreams instead of things, laughing softly in the evening light. Noah never tried to impress her. He simply showed up gently, consistently, lovingly, and Emma realized something the world often forgets. Sometimes, the richest hearts belong to wallets that have nothing in them. Word had spread. One Saturday afternoon, Emma and Noah walked hand in hand into Harrington's Diner, the busiest place in town. The bell above the door jingled, and dozens of eyes turned toward them. Most smiled politely, but not Ashley Bennett. Ashley had been popular since middle school, the kind of girl who believed beauty and wealth decided a person's value. She was surrounded by her friends when she loudly whispered, loud enough for everyone to hear, "Ashley, look at Emma, always so perfect. And now she's dating the gardener boy. How inspiring." A few people laughed. Noah's hand went cold in Emma's. His eyes lowered. His shoulders drew in. Emma looked right back at Ashley. "Emma, he has more kindness than anyone at this table, and that's something money can't buy." The diner fell silent. Noah didn't say a word, but his heart had never been seen more clearly. That night, Noah sat on the porch of his grandmother's farmhouse. The wooden boards were old, and the crickets sang under a wide open sky. He stared at his hands, rough, scarred, tired hands. Hands that worked, not hands that impressed. He whispered to himself, "Noah, she deserves more than I can ever give." His grandmother, Evelyn Reed, had lived long enough to know exactly what troubled him without asking. Evelyn, love is not measured by money, child. It's measured by how you show up when life gets hard. And you show up every day. Noah didn't respond, but he heard her. Deeply, Emma's friends didn't stay silent. They confronted her in a dressing room at the local boutique while trying on dresses for a charity event. Friend 1. Emma, we're only saying this because we care. Friend 2. He's sweet, sure, but he's not your future. Friend 1. You need someone who can provide for you. Friend 2. Someone on your level. Emma looked into the mirror. She didn't see their fears. She saw her heart. Emma, what I need is someone who makes me feel safe, understood, and loved. And that's Noah. The room fell silent, but the judgment did not. Emma and Noah sat by the riverbank, where everything always felt clearer. Noah held her hands, but his eyes stayed low. Noah, Emma, I don't want to be the reason your life gets harder. She cupped his face gently. Emma, Noah, loving you makes my life better. That's all that matters. Noah took a slow breath. Narrator. And in that moment he decided he may not have wealth, but he would build a future worthy of her love. Not to prove the town wrong, but to give Emma the life she deserved. Noah began working longer hours. He read business books late at night. He asked questions. He learned. And quietly, steadily, he began to grow. Before we continue, if this story has touched your heart so far, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications so you never miss a new life-changing story like this one. Your support helps us share more real stories of love, struggle, and strength. Noah didn't brag. He didn't show off. He just worked. But progress has a voice, and soon people noticed. He was offered a small partnership at the nursery. Then he expanded it. Then he opened a second location. Then a landscaping business. Quiet Noah Reed, the boy who was overlooked, had become a respected local business owner. And still, he remained the same, kind, gentle, soft-spoken, and still devoted entirely to Emma. The day arrived. Emma walked down the aisle in a soft lace gown. Noah stood waiting, hands trembling, eyes filled with love. The town watched, even the ones who mocked. But then, the pastor announced, Pastor, before we continue, Noah wishes to honor someone who believed in him before anyone else did. Noah turned to Emma. Noah, they said I was not enough. They said I couldn't be your future. But you believed in me before I ever believed in myself. You are the reason I became the man I am today. You saved me. Emma's eyes filled. The room fell silent. Ashley looked down. Emma's friends shifted uncomfortably. Everyone realized the love they mocked was a love they all secretly wished for. During the reception, someone finally asked Emma, Guess, how did you know he was the one? She smiled softly. Emma, because when the world tried to make me ashamed of him, my heart refused to listen. Noah and Emma didn't love loudly. They didn't love perfectly. They loved truly. And that was enough to silence a town. In a world obsessed with status and appearance, they prove that the greatest wealth is love that cannot be shaken. And sometimes, the people who laugh at your love now will be the ones wishing they had what you found.